Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege. What's going on, Firefly? With another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Wow. Happy Halloween. What a crazy man. What is going on right now? What's going on, Cookie Month? Did I read that right? BTC is doing its thing. Is that right? Interesting stuff there. Interesting stuff. Come on, baby. What in the world is that? Interesting stuff. What is going on, Big John? Good to see you tonight. Jamarcus South is in the building. Boy, I gotta tell you, the Celsius ecosystem, what is that? The Celsius flywheel is looking pretty undeniable. What in the world? And they not Celsius, but a group of people from the community have put together something called Cell Swap, and it is the equivalent, if you will, of Uniswap. Wow, we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. Well. So I don't know. So here's the thing, right? A lot of people think they missed out on Cell because, it was at 3 cents at one time during the ICO. If you understand that flywheel, wow. And then you throw in the Cell Swap with it as well. I don't know, guys. That looks very, very promising to me. And you can become a liquidity provider as well. So it's interesting. Uniswap, 0.30 for the fees. Cell Swap is going to be 0.15. So it's half, 50% less. But you can participate as a liquidity provider on the Cell Swap platform. I have to really look at that and see 0.15% that's on every transaction, right? So the fee is on every transaction. So I'm just wow. So what if Cell Swap gets as big as Uniswap, right? Minus the fee, less fees. And if it's not dealing on the ETH blockchain, you're not worried about them gas fees. I don't know. I got to look into it some more, because if you can be a liquidity provider and taking advantage of those, 0.15% fees, or, I don't know. I have to look into that and really, really see what that you can provide. You can provide liquidity in Cell or USDC. I don't know. I have to really look at that. Any of you guys really, really familiar with Uniswap and how Uniswap gets people to provide the liquidity? I have to really look into that. But yeah, I'm excited about it because it's another part of the ecosystem. I don't know, man. The Celsius flywheel is looking good, guys. I just got to tell you. Cell token does good when the market is good. Cell token does good when the market is bad. Cell token does good, even it does pretty good when it's just sideways as well. But boy, the ecosystem is just working. And when BTC is doing good, it starts going up. Celsius got to go out to the market, right? Because everybody's depositing that BTC on the platform. Celsius has to go out to the market. Oh, man. And so that they can pay the interest. So it's like it's a real, wow. It's a nice flywheel going on there. I have to tell you. I saw a very interesting video by Coin Bureau. I'll try to share with you guys today. He did a really great job on what's going on with Celsius. XRP is what? Doing still at 20-something cents, it looks like, right? But the big news tonight, guys, is, did Iran really do that? Did they really do that? Did they really do that? Now, they changed this to Iran will now use Bitcoin in imports. The Islamic Republic of Iran has allowed Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to be used by the central bank for import transactions. Iran has been subject to U.S. sanctions for years, and officials say it has made the decision to get rid of them. Wow. That is an interesting story right there. What's going on? What's going on, XLM Gold? Steve, how are you, my friend? Good to see you tonight. So, guys, that is some interesting stuff. I wanted to talk just a little bit about that. I think that's pretty big news, considering. Really considering. I hope you guys do anything for Halloween? You guys run around? Darren Moore Jr. like in the Darren Moore Jr. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, so I saw this on Twitter as well, Darren Moore. On Twitter as well. So that's an interesting thing. I'm going to share the article. This is from the Gazette.com. I did see it on Twitter also. That's pretty interesting. What's going on, man? Let me see what that is. That is interesting. Iran will now use Bitcoin in imports. The Islamic Republic of Iran has allowed Bitcoin and other cryptos to be used by the central bank for import transaction. Iran's Council of Ministers has changed legislation to direct cryptocurrencies to the import funding mechanism of the Central Bank of Iran. Tehran's leadership could make a major change in the country's cryptocurrency regulation with a change in the law co-drafted by the Central Bank of Iran and Iran's energy ministry, making the government use Bitcoin in foreign trade agreements. He claimed that crypto miners in the country can now sell directly to the central bank. Iran's official currency, the department, has lost significant value with inflation. This is translated with inflation of 34% in the country, a crisis that has been going on since 2018. Wow. That, my friends, is very, very interesting. Now, Fidelity doing what they're doing out there in the Asian market, Fidelity Digital Assets, you guys heard about that, I'm sure. Going after the big money for custody. That is interesting. Yeah, they are going to have some big time problems, Darren Moore. They're going to have some big time problems. I have to tell you, man, that's huge if true. It really is. It really is huge. Instex in Iran. Yeah. So, I mean, I got to tell you what, bro. I mean, if that is true, that is massive. You're talking about a walk around the sanctions. What if that plays out and it plays out well? What are other nations going to do that? Look, we all know, I'm sure, read, the Confessions of an Economic Hitman. We all understand. We all understand what the U.S. has been doing, right? We all understand that. But if they, if there's already a move just to get off the, just get away from the U.S. as the reserve, currency. The dollar is the reserve currency. Boy, but I got to tell you, that is massive. But you're right, Darren. You're right. If it's true, if that is true, and I had to translate that, so that was coming in. It was in Turkish, I believe. That was in Turkish. But I gotta tell you, hey, by the way, thanks for that heads up on freaking that VXV, bro. Yeah. Yes, indeed. That thing looks like it's going to be massive. What's going on, Joey P 4099? What's going on? Good to see you tonight, man. So that is some interesting stuff, guys. But I just got to tell you flat out, Celsius is getting more and more exciting every single day. I think that this cell swap that they're putting together, again, it's not Celsius. It's, it's members of the community. It's community driven, put together cell swap. That, I think, is going to be throwing gas on the fire to this flywheel. Joey P. Thank you, Joey P. 4099. Thank you, my friend. I thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate you hanging out tonight, bro. I know it's a late night. Yeah, man. I got to tell you, I have not. I have been, but I tell you what, Darren, I've been watching so many Dread Bongo videos. It just seems like, dude, like I just need a smoother way. Now, if Uni is gonna, where are you buying? Where are you buying right now, brother? Thank you, Darren. I appreciate that. I meant to show this right here. Thank you, Darren. I appreciate that. Where are you buying from, bro? Are you using Probit? Because are you using Probit, my friend? I am not a friend. I am not a fan. I am not a fan of that Probit. You know, like if I could use Uniswap, I'll just use it, man. Yeah. I gotta see. I don't even know. Let me check. I don't even know what the price is on it, but I've been watching so many videos, man, and I just I only made one move today because I just figured I wanted to take advantage of that. You got to have 0.015 in the ETH. I got you. Okay. Yeah, that's no problem. I have that I got that on the MetaMask. But I got to tell you, I think when VXV comes to the market, I heard the confirmation inked the deal with New Data. But man, I tell you, there's some good stuff going on right there, man. Some really, really good stuff. But I had to buy a digital asset and take advantage of the 16.16% interest on Celsius. Like I had to. Like I had to. So I'm looking at it, right? They got Kite, Synthetics, and Matic, and I think one other. And I'm like, which one of these is probably going to go from 1 cent to 2 cents, right? Or is the Synthetics is going to take, you all know, right? It's easier to go from 1 cent to 2 cents than it is from $1 to $2, right? So I'm like, I get the whole stable coin thing, and that's awesome. But I got to take advantage of that 16.16%. Right? Got to take advantage of that. Let me look at this here real quick. And I'm like, okay, so which one is it going to be? Is it going to be Synthetics or is it going to be freaking Matic? And I went with Matic. I'm like, where is the thing here? Looking at my phone. Hold on a second, guys. Yeah, so the stables went down too. That's another thing too. Stables went down a percentage, right? Because Celsius adjusts according to the market, right? Thank you, Darren. Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. I can use Uni. I've used Uni before. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I heard. I heard him say that he's not going to do anything to some partners, right? Hey, and he said he's going to let the partners do the talking. Hey, I like that approach. Quite honestly, I like it. So Synthetics is 16.16%, but I think isn't Synthetics like $2 or $3? But guys, I was just thinking, is it SNX? Oh, sorry. Let me check something. I'm like, are you guys taking advantage of what's going on? It's $3, right? It's $3 and it's down 34 cents. So what's more likely or what's easier to happen at 16%? Going from $3 to $6 or going from 1 cent to 2 cents? Like for me, it's 1 cent to 2 cents. So I have a better chance of doubling my money plus getting the interest weekly. That's how I figure. If you guys think if there's a better strategy, let me know. Right? And and the crazy thing is too is like you can get in on this exchanges, let it double, you let it double. If you see the charts are changing, you just put it in a stable coin. You already doubled your money. You put it in a stable coin. You wait your week, your 2 weeks, your 3 weeks, or your 4 weeks for the chart to change. Right? It goes down. You buy more. There's no fees. There's no fees to go on and off of freaking Celsius, man. So you're saving in these fees. You're saving in the fees. That's the way I see it. Because whether we like it or not, when we're on an exchange and we go into that stable coin to ride out the market change or to market trends, you still pay a fee to go into that stable coin, right? And pay a fee to leave it. Celsius, no fees to deposit or take off. Greg Ricker, it's going by market cap too, though. What's going by market cap, my friend? Good to see you tonight. So that's kind of where I was with that. So I made a decision. I went ahead and did it with Matic. Take advantage of that, get the weekly whatever. And I think my chances of doubling my money is better with Matic than with synthetics. So anyway, guys, that's what I was thinking. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud here. But guys, I'm just got to tell you, Fidelity is good news. I mean, that's great news if you're Fidelity, right? Bitcoin collaboration with Fidelity's stacked Asian rich investment to be managed. This is again from that same Gazette, so that was translated. Fidelity, a US-based multinational investment and consulting firm, is teaming up with Singaporean fund company Stack because of its Asian wealthy families and companies' interest in Bitcoin. So that, my friends, is very, very interesting, to say the least. So Fidelity's making the move. What's going on, Rasheen B. Wealthy? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you tonight. I hope you guys had a great day today with the Halloween thing and all that kind of stuff like that. What's going on, Jorge? Good to see you, bro. Hope you guys had a good time doing that. I said I would get on here and talk about Celsius. Earlier today, I did a video and I said I would do it because, I mean, look, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Coin Bureau on YouTube, but he did a really good video. Like, a lot of people don't realize what Celsius is, who Alex Mashinsky is, and what he's doing is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Couple of $1 billion unicorn businesses. It's pretty phenomenal. Tim Lambert, what's going on, bro? I get some lag going on. That's not good. Good to see you tonight, man. So, guys, that's the kind of the deal there. I hope you guys, again, had some good stuff going on today with Halloween. What are you guys doing about the market right now? Let's see where BTC is. What are you guys doing? Oh, I'm good? Okay, thank you, Tim. 13, that's almost 13.8. Okay, that's not bad. Almost 13.8 for Bitcoin. Now tell me, can someone tell me why XRP is at 24 cents? Yeah, bro. Right? If we can, it's exactly right, Darren. If we can avoid the world war, if we can avoid that, absolutely. That is because I just feel like, look, that's like a goal light. It's like the regular. I mean, can you imagine the phone calls between this current administration and regulators now? Can you imagine the phone calls going on now if that's true? You already saw that executive order come out from this current administration about what is that? Putting DLT in that executive order, not letting us get left behind, right? I mean, the current administration just came out in addition to the executive order, and you got the executive order 13772 as well. We all know about the one for custody from the OCC. But I'm talking about this current administration from the POTUS calling out the SEC and calling out Clayton. Excuse me? What do you think that was about? Right? I mean, I get it. He got 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out, right? He's pretty much on his way out, but still, if that's true, if that is true, again, I'm sure we'll get some verification and some double verification on that Iran news. But if that is true, man, yeah, it says for imports, bro. It says for import. That's right. That's right. It doesn't mean anything. They can use anything, right? And if there's some battles, like a lot of people, I don't know. For me, if there's battles going on amongst nations, they're not going to be publicly tipping their hand. Like they're not. They'll, they basically say they're going to be. To me, that's all digital assets. To me, I don't know. But to me, it's like it's all digital assets, right? We already know Russia's stand with the U.S. We already know China's stand with the U.S. Right, that's exactly right. What's going on, Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi lifestyle reviews. How are you, my friend? I don't know if they have to. I don't know if that was have to Wi-Fi or they get to. Because I heard on Twitter, a couple of people are saying that they have to. Wi-Fi says, hey, Siege, did you see also that Iran has made policy that all the miners have to sell their BTC to the central bank? Now, the article, again, it's translated, right? I just hooked up the Google Translate. It says that that they are allowed to sell it, right, for to the central banks. So I don't know about have to, but you know what I mean? So yeah, like, can you imagine the phone calls going on right now? If that's true. Yeah, I mean, if that's, again, if they're going to sidestep, find every kind of which way, but, would lose to sidestep these sanctions. Yeah. So, but I find it very, very interesting, the timing of the particular person from the administration calling out the SEC the way that they did. I find that to be very interesting, the timing of that. I agree with you, Rasheem. That's what it feels like to me. I think that Iran notices, they recognize the ultimate freedom that it can provide. Ultimately, right? I mean, ultimately. So, I mean, that's kind of what the whole thing was about in the first place, right? It's kind of what it was about. It's kind of like that's what the intention was in the first place. I mean, I get it. They, Bitcoin failed on the whole, peer-to-peer payments thing. That didn't work out. But it still doesn't take away the options. And by the way, guys, how many of you guys took me up on my plea for you guys to check out Real Vision Finance with Raul Paul and Michael Saylor? Did you guys take me up on that and go watch that 2-hour long video? Did you guys watch that? Also, did you watch the video from George Gammon? I am Mr. Rajah Banks. How are you tonight, my friend? Good to see you. Also, Rasheem says, seen it twice. Dude, I'm telling you, Rasheem, that dude had me buying some. That dude had me wanting to go out and buy some big BTC. Like seriously, I was like, What? Like really? I've always said I've always said if I have alts, I have right. If I have alts with liquidity, I have BTC. Right? I've always said that. Right? So I have just a small. We just have a small, like small amount of. Never had any more than $2,500 worth for BTC. Right? And same here. You did, huh? You went. I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm just trying to get those 1 cents to get to 2 cents and those below a penny to get to a penny and a half. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Rajah Banks, you hit me up, man. Hit me up on you have my email, man. Let's talk. Let's talk for sure. Greg Rick have been in Celsius about 18 months. 5x. Okay. Don't have a link, Mr. Rajah Banks, but the name of the channel is Real Vision Finance. And let me find the name of that video. I'm telling you, it's worth to listen to. But more important than that, did you guys see George Gammon talking about the IMF's plan for total control? Did you see that? And did you read what he says is straight off the IMF's website? And George Gammon is very legit. The dude does not put out stuff that he cannot verify with the document. And they're talking about a global cryptocurrency in the IMF website. It is right there, my friend. So that was it just makes too much sense. Yes. I mean, that one's a good one too. Both of those, I encourage you guys to level up your IQ for sure and watch those videos. Because DNI, Digital Nomad Investors, been telling us to keep those XRP radar antennas up. But that's pretty. I don't know what is a global. What is it? They're basically saying a crypto like SDR. What is that going to look like? I mean, what is that going to look like? I'm happy for you, Greg. I'm happy for you. Got a 5x right now, huh? I love it. I love it. I love it. They're doing a lot of good things over there in South. And then that 25 million that the employees, they decided they're going to lock that thing up for 3 years. 98% of them say, yeah, I'll lock it up for 3 years. They got a good model going over there, guys. They really, really do. But the sell swap, I think it can be significant. I'm trying to figure out, would there be more benefit to being a liquidity provider than there would be to just have 10.5% APY on your money? Right? What's going on, Legendary? Good to see you tonight, man. MK, who's buying into this whole vacuum phase 3 stuff? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's, Baba, Cugs. So I'm trying to find out if the sell swap and providing liquidity for that might be more profitable at 0.15% for fees, which is half of what Uniswap is. No, it's on George Gammon's site, Tim Lambert. Let me find that for you. Can I post that link? I might be able to. Hold on. Let me find that for you. Was this my history? Yeah, here it is right here. Let's see if I can get a link here.
And if you can,
I'm gonna try and play this, but I don't know if it'll work. But I will try and play this for you guys. But you just reading it is really enough. I don't even have to play it, but that's pretty massive. Mr. Roger Banks, thanks, man. Are you in the States? This is the video by George Gammon right here, titled Bretton Woods 2.0, the IMF's plan for total control. Straight off the IMF's website. A number of analysts, Richard Cooper, Barry Eichengreen, and Tommaso Padaio Schiappa, among others, have suggested that any ambitious reform of the SDR should also embrace the private use of this global currency. This could include using SDRs to denominate private or government bonds or as a unit of account in commercial transactions, for example, in commodity pricing. A virtual SDR could facilitate the SDR's use in private transactions, creating a global cryptocurrency that could circulate along with national or regional cryptocurrencies backed by central banks. This would certainly be preferable to existing crypto assets, all of which have experienced highly volatile prices. And I just think it's interesting to me, Darren, see if you agree with this or not, but it feels like to me that the people over at Ripple have always been trying to prove that they could keep the price of XRP stable. It just always felt like that way to me. You're welcome, Tim Lambert. What's going on, Charlie G? Good to see you, bro. You're in NC? Okay. Oh, you were in the Jersey, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's my stomping grounds down there, man. New York, New Jersey area. But I used to I used to frequent, stability is key, right? Because it just feels like to me that that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to prove that to someone. Oh, no, right? Because remember, Darren, they made a point of saying in their last quarter report, they made a point of noting that they were less volatile than Bitcoin and Ethereum. And they made a point of, right, showing in the quarters report. And I'm thinking, this is a quarters report. Why are they talking about their volatility, right? But to me, that it just made me think they're trying to prove that they can keep that thing stable for a reason. And it might be because, there's going to be some kind of floor to this thing. And they're going yeah, we can keep it at that price too. What's that price you want? That's what it feels like to me. That's what it feels like. I mean, we shall see. But we all know, if you've been in this community for any period of time, right, it makes zero sense other than manipulation. But it's always been, the question is, manipulation for what? Right? What's the reason behind the manipulation? Is it because old money can get more money, right? What is it? Is it because the Congress and the regulators haven't had enough time to accumulate? Like, what is the reason for trying to keep this price the way that it is. Oh, you're from Jersey City? Okay, cool. I'm from New York, man, from Brooklyn. So, right, what's the reason that they've been trying to do that? What's the reason they've been trying to do it? So, yeah, we shall see what's ultimately is going to go on. But without question, the dollar is toast. And it's not just coming from digital assets; it's just coming from major nations that it's run its course, right? So, what can we do to try to stay number one? We better start embracing the digital asset. That would be a good start. Start embracing the digital asset. Yeah, man. It's just, yeah. And I just think we're going to move from a debt-based society to an asset-based society. And so, gosh, I mean, tokenized assets, NFTs, we're in a good spot as early adopters, right? A lot of people think that just because we're in crypto, you and I, they think everybody's in crypto. They think, oh yeah, everybody's in crypto. Everybody's not in crypto, right? Everybody don't have any assets. They think they have some assets. They think they have assets. They don't have them. Not in this fourth industrial revolution. It's going to be a new set of assets, right? If you got some real estate, you might want to look into tokenizing that real estate. You might start looking into that direction, right? But I tell you, after I listen to Michael Saylor on that Real Vision Finance with Michael Saylor, that's the CEO of Michael Strategy. After listening to that dude, this dude, he debunked the dollar. He debunked gold. He's like, nah, Bitcoin. This dude, right? This dude was, nah, Bitcoin. And he put his money where his mouth is. He took all the cash reserve, well, at least 90-something% of it, into BTC. That's some interesting stuff. I don't know much about quant Wi-Fi. Darren knows more about that than I do. I don't know about quant to intelligently speak on it. I just really don't. I don't. I feel, how is the over ledger different than the interledger? That's what I'm trying to understand. How is the over ledger? How is that over ledger different than the interledger protocol? Oh, is that right? Did you buy? Yeah, I know of 2 or 3 places that are tokenizing that real estate. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with Securitize and what they're going to do. I'm really looking into seeing how that is going to go. EGW Capital, huh? Oh, let's do that right now. Oh, yeah, I see it right there. Digibyte. Yeah, I'll look into that, see what's up. So, okay, so Overledger is supposed to be like an operating system of blockchains. Okay. So they're two different there's 2 different focuses then, 2 different utility or use cases then. Because when I saw the Overledger and connecting, I'm like, isn't that what the Interledger protocol does? Operating system of blockchains. Really? An operating system of blockchains. Okay, that's a totally different thing. I thought okay. Interesting. Yeah, and I saw there's only like 10,000 plus wallets of Quant right now. That's interesting also. Flare chimed in and they will be NFT friendly. Smart. Yeah, I saw that, Brian HK. That was, yeah. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Yeah. I talked about a little bit about that, Brian, from the WEF on my video earlier today. Guys, do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We always like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. The great thing about all the things that's kind of going on, when I did the video earlier today, I'm like, well, Gammon is saying, you know, that whole plan with the IMF is not good because they're going to have total control. If they control the money, they control the people. I'm looking at it as something that could be great from the being in digital assets, right? What's going on, blockchain monkeys? What's up, bro? Good to see you tonight, man. How do we prepare for no matter what happens, no matter what the powers that be do, how do we prepare? And it has to be, one of the steps has to be acquiring assets. It just has to be. Right? You have to own some assets. And right now, oh man. Right now, digital assets, gold and silver are looking like the ones, right? You know, that's looking like the ones. The Tether gold and probably more important, the Paxos gold. Paxos is doing some interesting stuff, but I don't, I get it that it's redeemable if you can get out to Sweden or get out to wherever Tether has their thing, right? I mean, I get it, right? But and you can earn interest on your gold. That's pretty scary. That's pretty cool. I know, Tim. That was crazy. Pretty scary, guys. So the Celsius thing, I just got to tell you, listen, did you guys know that Celsius is the number 2 largest company, firm? I don't know what you call them. What do you call them? In terms of assets under management in the digital asset space? Number 2. Number 2. Number 2 in assets under management behind Grayscale. And we all know Grayscale's numbers for asset under management. Celsius is number 2. Number 2. Yep, ahead of Galaxy Digital and the lights. Number 2 in assets under management. Something is working. Something is really, really working there, guys. So, yeah, isn't that crazy, Rasheen? Number 2 in assets under management. 8.2 billion in loans processed. 8.2 billion in processed loans. Over 200,000 active users and 1.5 billion. Is that 1.5 billion? 100,000? 1.5 million in community assets. I mean, that is some pretty significant stuff going on. Yeah, number 2. Number 2. No, that is billion. 1.5 billion. Yeah. Right. Those are some pretty numbers. Those are some pretty. It's just the fly was perfect. What's going on, Phil's family? How are you guys? Good to see you tonight. Yeah. late stream. I said I would get on here. I wanted to do a late one. I figured everyone been done with their trick and treating. Everybody check the kids' candy, make sure everything's safe, and probably want to relax and hang out with Crypto Siege tonight. So I did a late one. What's going on, Dan O? Blue Moon tonight. What's going on, bro? Good to see you. So look, it is what it is right now, guys. I hope that you're in a position to take advantage of the market, because this is insane. Let me look at this one more time. Yep. Take advantage of these little bit of red days if you can, because interesting. But we'll see. Some say Bitcoin is going to go down to 12.5 before it gets to 14. We'll see. Yeah, man, take your time, Tim. Take your time. You know what I mean? Definitely take your time for sure. Watch as many AMAs as you possibly can. I always say that before you dive into it, right? Absolutely do that. 0.13. Okay, good. So what are you guys thinking on that? It's definitely easier to go from 1 cent to 2 cents, right? Versus trying to go from $3 to $6, right? I mean, doubling your money is doubling your money. So it just kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense to me. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly right. So, guys, there it is right there, guys. I wanted to hop on here and I wanted to share a little bit. Check out sellswap.org. Check out sellswap.org. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's better to be a liquidity provider? 0.15% of the fees, which is half of the fees for sellswap, and not sellswap, Uniswap. And so when you think of the success of Uniswap, their fees are 0.30, and the success that they had on the Ethereum blockchain, it'll be interesting to see how well sellswap will do. Will it do well? And so instead of being ETH based, it's cell based. It's cell based. Interesting point, Brian. I like it. My opinion is hold on to as many cash for now. When the stock market crashes, gold, silver, crypto will go down. That is the time to go all in. Be patient. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. So, gotta get some of that physical gold and silver for sure. I can't wait to get back into it, because I definitely sold my gold and silver to get more digital assets, without question. But guys, there it is. We're in a blessed spot. Listen, this should be a head up and shoulders back moment for each and every one of us, because we're early adopters in an entirely new asset class. You and I, we hold assets that the masses want to hold, want to earn, want to buy. We hold them. Right? We hold the assets. A lot of people have been in the space since 2016, right? Like myself. Think about that. We hold assets that Wall Street, institutional investors, hedge funds, they want. We have them. We're playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. Right? And we're winning. We are winning. So that is absolutely exciting. So again, keep your head up, keep your shoulders back. Know what you hold. Know what you hold. Right? And don't let anyone take it away from you. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up the stream. It's been a great hangout as always. I'm going to remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.